What's up guys, it's Albert over here. I've got a car part that I'm going to install on the M3 today, and this doesn't just apply to old BMWs. If you've got an old car, this applies to you, especially if you work on it. It's right here in this box.
What's inside? What? What's that? What's that? A box stuff.
Now I'm constantly doing work on this M3 by myself, and it takes a lot of time, and I never want to damage the car, and it happens from time to time. But what you can do is risk management and reduce the amount of times or chances and possibilities that it can happen. And it's right here. Came out of the box and it's beautifully packaged. It comes in this nice, beautiful styrofoam, and here it is. We have ourselves some aluminum jack pads, and look, they even added some bubble wrap around everything, so whenever it gets shipped to you, it's going to be in great condition. It's packaged beautifully. Now the old jack pads on the E46 M3, or just old BMWs in general, look like that, and as you can tell, it's taken a decent amount of wear over the years, so it'd be nice to get those switched out with something that's a little bit nicer, something that you don't have to worry about of ever damaging, and you can jack up your car with confidence. So what I've got to do next is I got to take off the old jacks. So now let's go install it, and it's actually a really simple process, does not take very long. So I've got the car jacked up, and I've actually popped this pin out a little tiny bit in the center using my flathead screwdriver right here, and this kind of what holds it in place. This is all just plastic, it's not a big deal. We just move this plastic trim piece off this pin. Now I have my little socket, we'll just pull it out. And with this pin out, we should be able to remove this pretty easily now. And just like that, we've gotten the old pad off. This is the locking mechanism. The pin just sits right in the middle, but once you have that out, it is pretty much unlocked. You just take a flathead screwdriver and you remove it. So this is the old jack pad. I just wanted to show you guys real quick of how this mechanism works. There's this little plastic rivet. It sits flush normally. There's kind of like an aluminum ring, as you can kind of barely see. It's kind of faded on here. It's old jack pad. What can I do about it? It's 20 years old. And this is a locking mechanism. This pin will hold this locking mechanism in place, as I've shown you guys already, of how the opening holds this in place. Not something super secure, whereas the new one is going to be a metal screw and then a metal bracket that holds the whole thing in place, much more stable. So now I have the new jack pad on the right and the old jack pad on the left. If you look, the new jack pad has a little bit more surface area, and I believe it protrudes out a little bit more than the old one as well. So that way you have a little bit more accessibility, less room for mistakes. It is a humongous difference. The only thing, if you want to nitpick, is that these aluminum jack pads will weigh more than the old jack pads, because the old jack pads are made out of some cheap plastic. As you can tell over the years, it's been lifted and dropped a few times, and it's got a good amount of wear on there. So these are definitely worth what I think their money is. So I have my torque set over here, and what I'm using is my number 6 size hex bolt to tighten this to put secure it in place. So now we have this screw, and then we have this locking mechanism, and I believe this is going to face in perpendicular to the spot where we had it before. Let me show you guys what I mean. This is the old jack point, and that means we need to put this piece perpendicular to the hole over there so we can lock into place. Sorry, it's this piece. Have that set perpendicular so it locks into place. So I'm going to turn it. I'm going to lock it in place like so. So it's already sitting inside there. So I'm going to fit it up on top, and then from here it's going to sit in place and it floats. So the next thing you have to do is just screw it in tight, and then that side's done. So I just had it sat in there and actually let it hang, so you can see how it still jiggles around a little bit. I want to let it hang, so the gravity pulling down on that locking mechanism allows me to twist this to pull it and turn it shut So that way now, it's locked in tight. It's not going anywhere. That's so easy. So now as I have the car lowered back down, we can take a look under. We see the jack pad. A nice gloss black finish. It sits there, protrudes out a tiny hair more, but it's gonna be a way better contact point. Honestly, guys, I think avoiding any potential risks of damaging your vehicle is totally worth the move and is worth the money. I have to give a big shout out to BMW. They sent me these jack pads for me to install and make this video for you guys. If you guys want to get yourself a pair of these jack pads or any other parts that they sell, you can use code AM11 for 11% off your next order off of anything off of their website. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and install the rest of these jack pads. Hope you guys have a great day. We got turbo hanging out, but we got an important question to figure out. Where are we gonna put this sticker? There's two stickers. Maybe I'll use them both. Where should I put it? Should I put it somewhere on the top? Maybe I should put it somewhere on the bottom, down there. I don't know. Maybe somewhere in between. We gotta find out. I've never actually mentioned this, but this is my sticker board, a literal surfboard that I've converted into mostly automotive stickers. But a lot of the companies that I have either supported, purchased parts from, etc., and channels, or just gotten free stickers from, have all gone onto this board. I thought it'd be interesting to put a lot of automotive themed stickers on a surfboard. But go follow BMW. They've got a lot of cool products. I think this one's gonna go right here. Boom, just like that. We got the BMW sticker. So I've got the perfect spot on where I'm gonna place this sticker. You ready? Any guesses yet? It's in this frame of view. Ready? Here we go. And boom, do you see it? Right there. Thought that would be a cool spot. What's up, Turbo? He wants to go back outside again. Looking at the sticker head on, I do really enjoy the way the B is aligned with the S of Just Chill. And then we have the BMW sticker at the bottom, just hanging out, tucked in the corner under FCP Euro. Lots of cool brands on here. I really want to fill this thing all the way out, and we're getting pretty close. I'll end today's video with an upcoming preview for what you can expect on the next episode. We've got these two boxes of parts that's going to go into the E46 M3. We're getting the car ready for Car Week. We're doing some stuff aesthetically. We're doing some stuff mechanically. Lots of cool upgrades, and it should make the driving experience look more visually appealing as well as drive a lot better. Any guesses? It's in these two boxes. One's kind of long. Wait till the next episode.